A lot of stuff to talk about. Let's get right into it. First, Fiesta Bowl. Penn State and Boise State are both undefeated. Of course, we think Penn State's going to take it. Hopefully that holds true. We don't ultimately care because we're on Ohio State, but we would like for them to beat the Nittany Lions, make coach look even smarter. With the Commanders win, the Cowboys have been officially eliminated from the playoffs. The Commanders got to spoil the Cowboys' meaningless win today by ruining their entire season with their crazy, stunning upset victory over the Eagles that coach saw coming a mile away. Right. So then we got the Giants. I don't remember why I care about them right off. Because they're like bottom of the league in the draft. Uh, Giants are back at number one. Could they beat the Colts? We definitely don't think they're going to beat the Eagles unless the Eagles are resting everybody. Let's see. I don't know. They did beat the Eagles last year. So I would love for the Giants to somehow mess up their draft order. Let the Browns take a stud. Hopefully they don't take Cam Ward. Let's see. We're not worried too much about the draft just yet. Just wondering. Yes, the Cardinals got eliminated today. The Browns team needs, of course, quarterback. We think Tom Brady. Offensive tackle. Give Coach Lane Johnson and Joe Thomas. That should solve it. Wide receiver. How about Josh Gordon? Running back. Try re-signing Nick Chubb. You can let all the other guys walk. Defensive lineman. I'm sure Coach can think of something. Edge rusher. Give me the Bosa brother. Right, one of the two Bosa brothers. We get both of them. Right, so there you go. And then, let's see, who cares? The Blue Jackets, they have a new coach and a new manager as well. This person here wants them to sell their only decent players for picks and just go into rebuild mode. But there's a more reasonable article that says that fans aren't going to put up with that shit against the Blue Jackets. Have been pulling that for way too long, and they think they're in a buyer's market. They got a fuckload of cap space. They're going to go crazy, hopefully, get somebody really impactful. I was liking the idea of this guy that's from Columbus, Jack Roslovich. Apparently, he played for them before, though. So I don't know. It's funny, a guy I had picked out to go to him was like, oh, okay, he was already on their team, so we'll see. And then, so we can get past that. So the AFC, boring as hell. 3 teams in the hunt at 7 and 8. Fucking pathetic. Chiefs, we did call them getting the bye, so we're happy with that. Let's see, playoff spot. Only 3 teams that have clinched in the NFC. That's Lions, Eagles, and Vikings. The Rams, Buccaneers, Packers, and Commanders holding on to the final spots. The Buccaneers, we need to check in on them. How did that end up going down? NFL. Yes! Okay. So the Buccaneers fell. Alrighty, let's take a look at the updated standings. So we're at 10 and 5. The Packers are a half game ahead. Man, Falcons and Buccaneers really struggling. Who knows what's going to end up happening there? Coach likes Cousins, but apparently he just got benched heading into the Commanders game, which is excellent because now even if the Commanders fuck around and lose that game, they're not going to have the Kirk Cousins curse on them. So there you go. We'll totally take that. And then the other 2 teams in the hunt, Falcons and Seahawks. So Buccaneers could fall and get bounced out by the Falcons or the Seahawks. There's no way any of those 3 teams grab a wild card, in Coach's opinion. So of the 3, let's see, the Seahawks are chasing. So they're one behind the Rams. I don't know. I'll take the Miami Seahawks or the Cleveland Rams. They're both fun. And then the Falcons or the Bucks. I like the Cousins angle. It still makes the most sense to me. I'm going to call the bluff there. But either way, even if it's just him crashing and burning, the fact that it's right before the Commanders, give me a break. There's some sort of connection. All right, so it just might make it a little bit different in the playoffs. We know for sure we want the Commanders to beat the Lions and the Eagles. Falcons seem like a good third choice, although I can't think of any reason for the Falcons to directly want to face off against the Falcons. It was literally, or the Commanders and the Falcons. That was just the Cousins angle, right? So if he's not there, there's probably a better choice there. Let me take a look one more time. Eagles, Lions. I'd have to think about it more. Oh, Rams, because of the Ramskins, right? So actually, yeah, if Cousins is legit benched and it's Phoenix time, I want the Rams instead of the Falcons in the playoffs for our skins. Rams, Lions, and Eagles sounds just right. And then so the other games, the Dolphins found a way to get a win, beating the Niners. The Raiders messed up their draft choice because Max Crosby ain't down with tanking. The Bills almost choked. They were down 14-0, found a way to battle back. And then the Vikings hurt the Seahawks' chances. So the Commanders destroyed the Eagles' chances of a bye week. They only have a 1 in 20 shot now. 5%. They had 35% 1 in 3 chance before this one. So excellent job by our Commanders. The Vikings have improved to a 1 in 4 chance. We'd love for them to somehow. They got the same record as the Lions. It's not even some crazy somehow. Just who are the Lions playing? Come on. Some losable games here. Niners, the Vikings straight up. Okay, so let's hope the Vikings don't have a tough one this week. Packers. So much for that. But yeah, so Vikings, if they take care of the Packers and Lions, they got the bye week. So I'd love to see that. And the Vikings ain't going to do jack shit, so give them a bye week. Nobody cares to see them anyway. They're boring. It's just a pair of Tyrese Maxey's. Walter Camp Award. Okay, this is the father of American football, not to be confused with Paul Brown, the father of modern professional football, or yeah, modern football. So, Camp basically invented. He's like the James Naismith of football. Paul Brown's just the guy that revolutionized the way it's played. Okay, so the Walter Camp Award awarded to the best college player in the country. O.J. Simpson won the first award in 1967 and repeated in 68. What do you know? Archie Griffin of Ohio State, also two-time winner. Gotta love it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Tom Brady just so happened to make his commentating debut for the Browns game this year, America's Game of the Week. Browns Cowboys to start off the season. What do you know? And then I forgot old Goff catching the Philly special, the Foles tribute. Let you know Foles coming back to the Lions as well. And just in case you thought that wasn't enough, he was Goff tied the streak of consecutive completions that was held by Tannehill, Rivers, and then what do you know, Marcus Mariota and Nick Foles. Crazy, right? And then let's see, it's just a bunch. Just some quick things to add on. So, I didn't know UCLA's titles were tainted because of a booster known as Sam Gilbert, who apparently John Wooden wasn't able to keep away from his players, is the story. So, as far as it was indicted in '87, but what I thought was really interesting. So, it started in '67. What do you know, right? And then look at the very bottom. So at the top, you get the '67 up there, and then how they always do it right at the bottom. He thanked the NCAA in 1993 for not investigating the UCLA program in 1976, right? So you got the flip of '67 with the '76. Like, what do you know? And then, oh wait, look, they did it again right there. '87, '78. So there you go. And then Blue Chips, I think, is like a combination of Indiana and UCLA. It might even be more about UCLA. It says it was filmed at USC, but like Wooden and Knight hated each other. They beat Indiana in the movie. I'm thinking it might be UCLA stealing these titles. Let's see. Wooden was born in Indiana, went to Purdue. There's Knight saying he doesn't respect Wooden. Knight almost took down the UCLA dynasty. I also thought it was interesting. So Wooden goes perfect in '76, and then Bob Knight's Hoosiers go Wooden's Bruins go perfect in 67. The Knights, Hoosiers go perfect in 76. So you got the flip there on the perfect seasons, and nobody's done it since 76. What do you know? But Bob Knight lost George McGinnis the year before to the pros. And McGinnis thinks if he was on this team, they would have upset Wooden's Bruins. Uh, After Indiana beat number one Michael Jordan's North Carolina, they lost to Virginia. I'll bet that was Ralph Sampson's Cavaliers / Wahoos. There's the Bruins going perfect. Of course, they scored 79 to flip the 76. And then, let's see. Ed O'Bannon was on the 95 Bruins championship. Him and his brother, possibly the most popular brothers in the history of basketball. He's the reason they had to stop making college sports games for a long time, video games, because of the licensing deal. He wanted to get paid to have his likeness in the game.